Electronics and electricity are the most familiar terms for all of us. It plays a very important role in our everyday life. It influences our daily life in the form of many devices like lights, camera, vehicles, watch, mobile phone, etc. and computer, printer, scanner, and so on that we use mainly for official works. Even at a house, most of the space is occupied by large number of electronic devices like television, refrigerator, washing machine, and many more. Today, can you imagine a world without these electronic devices or electricity? No, right? Because in such a way, all these devices are connected to our daily life in this high-tech world. At least once, everyone might have wondered that how these devices actually works and what is happening inside them. It is very interesting to know about. There we can see some amazing creation of nature and some brilliant inventions of our great scientists. Let us start a journey through their life, some important inventions and concepts of electronics and electricity. Let us try to understand a basic principle first. What is electricity? For that, we can start with a very simple and familiar device, an electric torchlight. An electric torchlight comes with an on-off switch. We can easily turn on or turn off the light using this switch. It is a very simple operation. But when we turn on or turn off the switch, what is happening inside? For clarity, let us open it and see what is inside. Here we can see a lamp, some batteries, and a switch to control. All these are connected in a particular order. Let us represent this arrangement with an electric diagram. Here, the terminals of the lamp is connected to the two poles of a battery, and in between a switch is connected. Whenever the switch is on, the circuit is closed and the lamp turns on. When the switch is off, the circuit will open and lamp turns off. Here we can see the lamp is illuminating, but nothing is visible in the rest of the circuit when the switch is on. Then, what phenomenon helps the lamp to illuminate? For understanding, let us consider the water line system in our houses. When we open the tap, water from the tank flows down through the pipelines and finally flows out through the water tap. And when the tap is closed, the water flow stops immediately. Consider that what will happen if we place a turbine at water outlet. When water falls on the turbine, due to the kinetic force of water, the turbine starts rotating. When the valve is closed, the water flow stops and rotation of the turbine also stops. Here, same as water flows through the pipelines, something is flowing through our circuits when the switch is on. But that is not visible to our eyes. To find out that, we must go through our universe and understand its amazing creation. The universe is endless or its volume is beyond imaginations. Our galaxy Milky Way and solar system are only one among billions of galaxies and non-solar systems in the universe. If we focus on our solar system, there itself we can see 7 number of planets including our Earth and their satellites and many more known and unknown substances orbiting around the Sun. Each of them are made up of variety of substances. If we come to our Earth, there also we can see countless natural and artificial objects. Deepest seas, larger mountains, different trees and plants, species of animals and birds, billions of human beings, atmospheric gases, variety of constructions, and many more not yet identified. All these together can be called matter. Any substance in the universe that occupies space and that has mass is called matter. Every matter is made up of millions and billions of tiny particles called atom. The name atom is derived from a Greek word atmos, that means indivisible. Means if we cut an object into pieces further and further and further, finally we will reach its atom, that is not divisible further. When we talk about atoms, we must have a clear idea about its size. Let us compare its size with grains of salt. Each grain of salt comes around 1 to 2 mm in size. And what about bacteria? It is about 0.1 to 10 micrometer. And virus, its size comes between 20 to 300 nanometer. We know that these bacteria and viruses are only visible through high-end microscopes. The atoms are even more smaller than virus. Its size is measured in the unit of angstrom. 1 meter is equal to 10 billion angstrom. So, these atoms are visible only through microscopes that can magnify things over 5 lakh times. Now, let us take a piece of gold. We can easily cut it down into pieces further and further. At one stage, we will reach its element level. An element is a pure unit of substance, or an element is composed of only one type of atom. So far, our scientists have identified 118 elements in the universe. All are listed in a table called periodic table. Each element in the periodic table is represented by different alphabetical symbol. For gold, its symbol is Au. Here, each gold element is composed of large number of gold atoms. In case of 100% pure gold, we will get only gold elements and its atoms. But if gold is not pure, we may get other elements like copper, silver, zinc, or any impurities that is mixed in and their atoms. Let us take another example. We know the chemical formula of water is H2O. That means a water molecule is made of 2 hydrogen atoms and 1 oxygen atom. Similarly, the oxygen that we breathe is present in the form of O2. That means it is a combination of 2 oxygen atoms. And carbon dioxide, CO2. It is a combination of a carbon atom and 2 oxygen atoms. In this way, every substance in the universe is made up of atom or combination of 2 or more atoms. But how these atoms are related to our circuits and what is its significance? Let us see inside of an atom. This is a basic structure of an atom. Every atom is made up of 3 types of particles: proton, neutron, and electron. Protons and neutrons always located at the center of atom. This region is called nucleus of atom. Here, electron is negatively charged, proton is positively charged, and neutron, as its name indicates, it is neutral or it has no charge. Charge is a measurable property of matter just like mass, volume, and density. It can be of 2 types, positive or negative. In case of magnets, we know same poles will repel each other and opposite poles will attract together. This is because of the electromagnetic force existing between the poles. Similarly, in case of electric charges also, similar charges will repel and opposite charges will attract together due to the force called electrostatic force. As because the neutron has no charge, the net charge of the nucleus is always positive. Hence, the nucleus of the atom always experiences an electrostatic force of attraction with its negatively charged electrons. That makes the electron always orbiting around the nucleus. The properties of an atom depends on the number of particles present in that atom. In periodic table, there is a number indicated on the top of each element. It is called atomic number of the element. Elements in the periodic table are arranged in the increasing order of its atomic number. The atomic number indicates the number of protons in that atom. The number of protons in an atom is always same, but number of neutrons and electrons may change subject to the environment. But for now, we can consider the number of protons, electrons, and neutrons of an atom is same. If we look at this atom model, here only one proton exists. Hence, its atomic number is 1. So we can easily say that it is an atomic structure of a hydrogen atom. Let us consider another example. Copper. Its atomic number is 29. So, the number of protons and electrons must be 29. All protons and neutrons located at the center of atom and form nucleus. remaining 29 electrons distributed around the nucleus at different energy levels or shells. Distribution of electrons is done according to Bohr's atom model. All electrons are always orbiting around the nucleus. Here, look at the outermost shell. Here, only one electron is available. It indicates the shell is unstable. And as it is too far from its nucleus, these electrons are weakly bound to its nucleus. It causes this electron easily drift from its orbit and move randomly inside the empty space in atoms, or it may easily move from one atom to another. Most of the space inside an atom is considered empty. Here, the outermost shell known as valence shell and its electrons known as valence electrons or free electrons. So, if we take a copper strip, there must be countless atoms and their valence electrons freely moving inside. Consider that we connected a higher positive charge at one end of the copper strip. As we said before, the opposite charges will attract together, so all free electrons will attract towards the positive end. Similarly, what if a negative charge is connected at another end? It will repel free electrons in the copper strip and try to attract positive protons. But due to the higher nuclear force, the protons can't move from its place. So, in short, we can say that the transfer of charge is possible only in the form of moving electrons, or electrons are the only charge carrier in any materials. So, assume that we have a device that can continuously attract electron from one end and repel through other end. Then we can create a continuous flow of electrons. In our circuit, this device is nothing but battery. We will discuss more about battery and similar devices in our future videos. Now, come back to our circuits. Here we found that when the switch is on, electrons are moving through the circuit, or the lamp is illuminating due to the flow of electrons in the circuit. Such flow of electric charge or electric energy is called electricity. And the branch of science that deals with flow and control of electrons is called electronics.